have an emotional connection to it. I'd much rather somebody else have it. It's more about the person having it than it is the money. Knife making takes so much concentration. You have things at really hot temperatures. You have hot grinding things. You constantly got to be focused on what you're doing. I grew up in Waimea. I went to Waimea school to 3rd grade, went to Kohala school, 7th grade, and I dropped out of school. My mom was ill, and so I took care of her. My beginnings was always metal fabrication, but with cars. My great-grandfather was a blacksmith in Hilo, owned his own shop between 1930 something, 1990. His name was Teiji Kamimura, and he was a pretty well-known blacksmith. About a little over 2 years ago, like, my mom committed suicide, and she was 62 years old. I would try work on a car, I would try do anything, and I would be frustrated. That week, a friend of mine came down, brought a forge down to me and said, hey, try and hammer out your feelings on this. It took me a couple days to make a knife, and it was hard, but it was done. When I was forging, I wasn't thinking about my mom, I wasn't thinking about those things. It helped me get through that time. There was a TV show, Forged in Fire, I would watch, and it piqued my interest. At the time, the girl that I was in a relationship with, she believed in me so much, she signed me up for Forged in Fire. 2 months later, they flew me up. I competed on season 4, episode 8, with 8 months experience. I ended up winning that, becoming a Forged in Fire champion. 4 months later, they brought me back and I competed against the Ultimate Champions Edition. I came in 2nd place. I was going up against guys that have been doing it longer than I've been alive. And I had just made 1 year experience. That was the 1st year anniversary of my mom's death, right? So I was there the week my mom died and I was filming, 1 year apart. All this drive that I have was based off of my mom's death. There was a layer of guilt and uncertainty in whether I even belong there, for one, going up against people that are way better than me. But for me, like, I represent Hawaii. I want to represent my home and the people that are around me and our culture and what we can do. And what we can do is work hard, and we're never quitters. We're born and bred for that kind of competition. I have my 10-year-old son, my 25-year-old son, adopted son, watching. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna quit? We started out with coal spring. It's out of a Chevy truck. We heat it up. I at least do all the heavy moving with the 25-ton hydraulic forging press I got. And then from that part, the finishing touches get moved and shaped, and I don't cut out the handle. I don't just forge the blade. And then, some profiling gets done on the grinder. When you get a knife from me, it's just like, it's either a problem, an issue that I'm having, and I'm pouring everything into it. People see me swing a hammer, it's different. I'm releasing something when I hit it and try and turn it into something that people will cherish forever. And what better drug or medicine or therapy can you have than that? Pour everything into your art and then somebody keeps it forever and hands it down from generation to generation. It's the best thing that you can ever accomplish. And the best way to really do it is show people who I really am. In a world of people just being fake and only wanting to show certain things, I show them everything, I don't care. This is who I am. I make knives, I'm a father. As a father, you can tell your kids to take chances, live life, work hard. But if you're not leading through example, live a clean life, no drugs. My drug is work and creating. I'm a workaholic and I'm determined to master my trade. The key to anything is doing everything at your best. You do it your best, you'll never have issues. But if you're good at what you do and you're self-motivated and you're constantly wanting to better yourself, you're fine. I think I've done over 450 blades in 2 years. And so you're just constantly learning and knowing what you need to make better. I'm never gonna be scared to do what I do, but I don't wanna get lost in it. You know what I mean? And I don't wanna let them or like New York City or all the filming like scared me away. This is my roots, this is where I'm from, this is what I do, and it'll never change. It's contentment, and contentment is, for me, is just being comfortable with who you are, loving yourself, and knowing that you deserve to be happy, and that's the greatest riches you will ever find, because you will love what you look like, who you are, and what you accomplish. And you can do that with either art or music or just doing the best that you can and being proud of what you've accomplished at the end of the day. It sounds crazy, but the decision is knowing that you are the author to your book. You're not a character. So what happens to you as a child, what happens to you in life, doesn't necessarily play out into your future. You can change it. You can rewrite your story. So my story is what happened, right? You know, I could have just been a bad father and then committed suicide myself, and no one would say anything because it's just generation after generation. But I made a decision to know my weaknesses, know my strengths, and make a decision that I can predict and write my own future without letting things that are happening around me change that. And that's the point of victimizing yourself. You're gonna say, well, the reason why I'm like this is because my mom used to always attempt suicide, or my mom used to do this, or my dad used to do that. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Like, this is you. Your kid's watching you now. What is he gonna say about you? And that's a decision that you have to make. I can change the chain of reactions that has been going on. And I can be that link that says, nope, this is not gonna continue anymore. And I can give a better life to my kid, and knife making has allowed me to do that.